Hi, I'm Eadle from the Dyscalculia Network, and today I'm pleased to welcome Rebecca, the maths lady. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Kat.
Today we've been talking about a lot over the summer, our favourite maths games, and I was talking to Rebecca about maths and dyscalculia last week, and she suggested two games, one of which I hadn't even heard of, and the two games are called Spotty Dogs and Ladybirds. And they're both games by Orchard Toys. I'll stick a link afterwards for you to have a look at how to get them from Amazon. And we thought we'd show you how Spotty Dogs works, and then Rebecca will tell you a little bit about Ladybirds. So we hope you enjoy. So Spotty Dogs is a really simple game where you have a spinner, and it's all about subitising. So in other words, being able to recognise small quantities of dots and knowing what number that represents. So we're going to take turns to play the game. I'm going to spin for Rebecca. I'll let you go first, Rebecca.
Thank
Rebecca,
you.
You've got a number
one.
Number
so
one.
I'm looking for a dog with one spot. I can see two at the top there. Please, can I have the one on that one? Yes, please.
Oh, she'd like this one. Now, what we do then is we turn it over. Oh, well done. She's had a good start. She's got a dog with 3 bones. So Rebecca would put this one in her pile, which I'm just going to put slightly off the screen here. Then I would have my turn. I got a number 3. So I have to find a dog with 3 spots. Nice grey dog here with 3 spots. I've got 3 bones too. Oh, we've been lucky. What a good start. And we continue like this. Rebecca, what number have you got? She's got number 4. Can you find a dog with 4 spots? Have we got a dog with 4 spots? Oh, I think.
Oh, yes, that 3. One, please. That one you've just touched. That,
there we go. Oh, 2 bones. Well done. Rebecca's now got
pretty good.
3 and 2 bones. How many bones have you got altogether, Rebecca?
3 and 2, so that's 5.
Oh, well done. I have got a 2, so I'm going to get this dog here. Oh, I've only got 1 bone. So
could be worse.
It could be worse. I've only got 3 add 1, which is 4 bones. So we continue like this, playing the game, taking turns to spin the spinner and then pick a dog. And then at the end, we count up who's got the most bones. This is really great because you get to talk about number a lot, like we were, identify numbers 1 to 6, subitise, recognise the patterns, and also count up how many bones you've got at the end. So some one-to-one correspondence counting there. And Rebecca, how does Ladybirds work?
Oh, just one other thing about the Spotty Dogs deck game. When you're counting up at the end, I mean, really, children and families love this game. It's such a fun game. You get the older children playing as well. So they move on from just one-to-one correspondence for counting up those numbers to seeing that, 3 and 2 is a 5 and starting to see the numbers that add up to a 10. And counting within the larger groups. There's so much going on there. It's just great.
It looks really, really good fun.
Yeah, it's one of those games that breaks through the reality of how children learn. I love Jane McGonigal's book, Reality is Broken, which is about playing games when children are learning. And all of a sudden they can do things they've not been taught to do. And you've no idea how that just happened. And it's just fabulous. So Ladybirds is essentially the same game, although children will rarely notice this. With the Ladybirds, the cards look like this. And so it's just like the dogs, 6 spots, 1 spot, 2 spots, everything between 1 and 6 spots. And when you shake the dice this time, instead of spinning a spinner, it's a small dice in the game. I've replaced it with a bigger dice because I like the bigger dice. When you roll the dice, you have to pick a card with that number of spots and you will get 0, 1, 2 or 3 ladybirds. Fantastic. Just like the bones.
I particularly like this. Oh, sorry to interrupt. I particularly like this because of the fact that you've got the dice patterns there as well, which ties in really nicely with our work on dice patterns for subitising, where there's some videos on the network of that. And that game's particularly great for that. I really must get one.
So you're moving on from perceptual subitising of the numbers 1 to 4, where they can be arranged in any way, to conceptual subitising, in this case particularly of dice patterns, where you can instantly recognise 6 when it's organised in this way, but you wouldn't necessarily be able to recognise 6 random spots. That would be perceptual subitising, which breaks down by the time you get to 6.
What Rebecca means is this is a 6 that's not in a dice pattern, although very nearly, but hers is a 6. It looks like a great game.
Yeah, they're both great games. I've had so much fun with these with my own children. And for young children, I mean, I recommend them all the time. You'll see them in lots of reception classes, typically in after school clubs. And when children come to reception class, and some of them have got no knowledge of number at all, I recommend them as an intervention, a one-to-one intervention, whether it's done at home, whether it's done with a teaching assistant, whether it's done in the after school club, wherever. It's one of the things that are going to help those children who are so far behind when they start school catch up really rapidly. And can I just make one recommendation before we stop? I saw the video that Rob put out on Top Trumps. Really loved that one.
We love Top Trumps.
And he was recommending the Horrible Histories ones. Have you got the baby animals ones?
I personally don't. I've got the dogs one, which is my favourite.
Baby Animals is another magic one. I hate the ones where they're about a fad and the child knows every top trump and the adult doesn't know anything about them. Baby Animals.
Child always wins.
Yeah, but the adult is just so bored. It's just, but the Baby Animals ones are just gorgeous. They're only really 2-digit numbers and they're targeted at children about year 2, 6-year-olds. But they've got decimals in.
Yeah,
because of the weight of the baby animals, and all of a sudden children can just do decimals.
Yeah,
who've never
great for ordering and comparing.
But they're just lovely. So
well, thank you ever so much for your enthusiasm about games. I think we all love games on the Dyscalculia Network, and we hope to work with you again soon.
That'd be great. Thanks, Kat. Bye for now.
Bye.